Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Knott's Berry Farm. It is an absolute honor to have everyone here today. My name is Jason Soyster. I'm the communications manager here, but on behalf of everybody here at Knott's, we are so thrilled to have you here this morning and to show off our beautiful, refreshed Camp Snoopy and the mine ride in just a little bit. A couple of quick announcements and housekeeping matters before we get the show on the road or on the trail, as it were. For those of you who are broadcasting your updates and posting your beautiful pictures to social media, please use hashtag Camp Snoopy for Camp Snoopy and use hashtag Knott's Mine Ride for the mine ride later this morning. As I'm sure you know from your packets, but I'll remind you just again, once we're done here in Camp Snoopy at 9 o'clock this morning, we have a spectacular opening moment for the Calico Mine Ride. And then at 9:40, we have a special preview of the return of Boomtown in Calico Square. And then at 10:30, we have an amazing preview of the return of Snoopy Unleashed in the Charles M. Schulz Theater. So a packed morning, you're going to have so much fun today at Knott's. And without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce to you Vice President and General Manager of Knott's Berry Farm. Please welcome Rafi Caprillion.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Knott's Berry Farm. This morning, we're excited to unveil two major projects that, in a way, have become the heart and soul of the park: the refreshed Camp Snoopy and the fully restored Calico Mine Ride. Joining us today this morning are a number of special guests: the Mayor of Buena Park, Steve Berry. Also, it is an honor to have today with us two individuals whose families were the center and creation of Camp Snoopy, and we will hear from them just in a few moments. The son of Charles M. Schulz, Craig Schulz, and the grandson of Walter and Cordelia Knott, Mr. Daryl Anderson. For the last 30 years, Camp Snoopy has been a land of high Sierra fun for the young and the young of heart. Here the kids have braved their first coaster on Timberline Twister, driven mini 18-wheelers through the forest, and huffed and puffed on a train track. Beginning today, families will be able to go off-roading with Big Ben, fly kite with Charlie Brown, and soar with Linus. The reinvestment in Camp Snoopy has been as exciting as it has been extensive. For the past 5 months, we left no stone unturned. Refreshed the entire area is now ready for a new generation of families to create lifelong memories here. At Knott's, our work to develop new exciting attractions never ends. After the launch of our summer season, this weekend, we'll turn our attention back to the boardwalk, more interactive and cutting-edge family fun in 2015. I don't think my PR team wanted to hear that, but there it is. It's going to be a great summer here at Knott's Berry Farm, and we're so glad to have you here right now. Please join me in welcoming Steve Berry, our mayor.
Thank you, Robbie. I appreciate that. Welcome to Buena Park. It's good to see all of you. As you can imagine, go ahead, you can give yourselves a round of applause. Buena Park is one of those special places that has great weather. We're very proud of that, and we exaggerate it whenever we can because it makes us all happy to be able to get together in an environment like this where you can enjoy a beautiful morning. As you can imagine, as the mayor of the city of Buena Park, I usually start my morning with financial directors and financial reports and human resource managers. And you can imagine my delight when I was invited to a special occasion like this where I could spend my morning in a beautiful park outdoors celebrating a special event like this with the likes of Charlie Brown and Snoopy. So I'm very happy to be here, very pleased, and I think they're going to make a special appearance later on. But as you can imagine, the city of Buena Park, with the founding of Knott's Berry Farm within our boundaries, is an entertainment. It has entertainment in its blood. Buena Park has been a world-famous destination for years and years, and as our goal within the city, we are tasked and dedicated to providing safety for all of our tourists and providing a great environment and infrastructure so you can enjoy freedom of movement within the community, so you have great streets and wonderful parks, and you can visit and return to Buena Park many, many times in the future. We hope you do. Wonderful event this morning, and I'm glad that you're all here. It's my pleasure at this time to be able to introduce to you the grandson of Walter and Cordelia, and that is Daryl Anderson.
out this morning. This is a thrill for me as well. My mother was Marion Knott, who worked very closely with the Schultz family in the development of Camp Snoopy over 30 years ago. It was a real thrill to come out this morning and to see what the staff has done and kind of refreshing it all and bringing it back to what we really think of as the High Sierras. Now, you can look at me and know that I'm kind of the old guy, so I actually grew up in Ghost Town and was pretty much a terrorist when it came to the sheriff. Me and some of my cousins used to play out here an awful lot. This was a great playground, if you can think of it, back in the late 40s and early 50s. It's a different era, but a lot of fun. And it's always fun to watch the park grow, continue to improve, and we're so proud of it. My mother had hoped to be here today, but with an 8 o'clock opening, she's 92 now. It's a little tough for her to get up and get out. So I'm standing her in her stead. But we're just so pleased with what's been going on here the last 5-6 years. The investment that's been made in our history is wonderful for my family to see because we think there's a great legacy here for all of Southern California. I look at this crowd and I know that many of you have been coming here for a lot of years and are very loyal to the park, and you probably appreciate it as well as I do. So I'm just thrilled to be a small part of this morning, and always thrilled to come out and spend time with a wonderful team that we work with. At this point in time, I would like to introduce to you Craig Schultz, who is the son of Charles Schultz, and his father and my mother worked so closely on this. It's wonderful for me to actually get to meet Craig this morning and let him give you a little insight into his family's perception of Camp Snoopy.
Good morning, everybody. So great to be down here. Judy and I flew down last night because it's a birthday, and if I can get it around, happy birthday, Judy, sitting right down there. And of course, whenever I come down here, the first thing I have to do is go over to the restaurant to get the chicken dinner, which I never miss out on when I come down here, so if you get a chance, make sure you do that. 30 years ago, I remember a business manager walking up to my dad, and it was in the early 80s, and he said, I think it was time for us to create a Peanuts theme park. We had discussions about going to San Jose and creating a theme park down there. And my dad ended up meeting Marion and had a relationship with Knott's, and they had discussions. They decided the perfect place was not a giant Peanuts theme park, but to do a small, concise theme park within this beautiful park here at Knott's, strictly for the children to enjoy. So they put that thing together, Marion and my dad, 30 years ago. And I remember coming down, my son was 3 years old. I took him out to the Huff and Puff, and he was pushing that thing around at 3, and all the big picture behind him saying, get going, kid, and he was struggling to do it. We had a great time, and it's great to see it evolve from what it was in the beginning. The family would like to congratulate Knott's on 30 years of this relationship. Not everything lasts 30 years, and very few things do, so it's been special to us and the family. It's been special to the community to see this thing not only hang around, but evolve. It's gotten better and better as years go on. I also like to see the change that's taking place. I came down, and I check in probably every year, and walk around and see what Camp Snoopy's changed, but also the park. And I see the rides that have come and gone, and it keeps getting better and better. So that's wonderful. Every time I think the world is all bad, I come down here and see the smiling faces of all the children and realize that that really isn't so. And so I hope you all enjoy the day here at Camp Snoopy. If you see Snoopy, give a big hug from me. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce some of my best friends, Linus, Lucy, Charlie Brown, and of course, Snoopy.
Welcome to Camp Snoopy!
hiking the football, Charlie Brown.
Not so fast, dear sister. You're right about one thing.
I am? Naturally.
We are back in Camp Snoopy, but it's most definitely not the same. One look around reveals a multitude of new sights. I see enough new rides around to keep us busy for a very long time.
Wait, are you telling me that Charlie Brown marched us into the forest long enough for a complete makeover at Camp Snoopy?
Precisely.
Are you telling me that I've been hiking around in circles when I could have been with my sweetheart of the Steinway, Schroeder? No! Instead, I spent a multitude of nights in a pep tent with my blockhead brother and his blockhead friend.
I think Schroeder got the good end of that deal.
What do you mean by that, Charlie Brown? Of all the Charlie Browns in the world, you're the Charlie Browniest.
Why don't you two stop fighting just long enough to take in the sights of the new Camp Snoopy? Come here, Charlie Brown. You too, Lucy. Now just take a moment to breathe it in. That's it. Now what do you think?
You ruined my life, Charlie Brown.
I tried to keep it a secret, Lucy.
I'm the queen of everything.
Look how pretty Camp Snoopy looks.
Pretty? I'll show you pretty.
Lucy.
I have places to go, Charlie Brown.
Lucy, come on.
I have people to see, Charlie Brown.
Can't we all just get along? All right, you happy campers, fall in line. No fighting allowed. It's against the Camp Snoopy code.
You're right, Linus. I don't know what came over me.
Yeah, whatever. Now, what do we do?
As a show of our camper pride, let's recite the Camp Snoopy Creed.
Good idea, Linus.
Sure, why not?
We are Camp Snoopy campers, tried and true.
Camp Snoopy's a place for me and you.
From the clack of Timberline Twister
To the shouts of my dear sister.
Hey!
We will march to the peak of the mountain top.
And make our camp where the bunnies hop.
We are Camp Snoopy campers from our shoes to our packs.
There's so much to do.
We may never go back.
Now there's only one thing left to do.
Grab a latte and check my text messages.
No, Lucy. It's time to raise the official camp flag.
Okay, that sounds very nice.
So, Lucy, can I have the official camp flag, please?
Flag? What flag? Charlie Brown, did you forget to pack the flag?
No, you were supposed to. My job was to get us lost.
Good grief.
What do we do now? Snoopy, what is this? Is this the flag? You did it again! You saved the day! Snoopy and I and the whole gang want to officially welcome you to the brand new Camp Snoopy. May it be a place for kids of all ages to enjoy, to explore, and to dream in for many years to come. Now, let's go have some fun. Come on, Snoopy.